So I'm going to start this video and I'm going to show you that. I totally was attempting to review this, my Cold Steel Recon 1, and while opening and closing it in front of the camera, I'm not flipping you off by the way, sorry. I totally took a chunk out of myself. Here comes tactical ragging. Yeah, that's awesome. Look at that bad boy bleed. Crap. So I figured I'd start with that, so I'll be right back with the review. What's up? So we are finally going to review one of my favorite knives. Can you see it? It's pointing right at you. Bam! The Cold Steel Recon 1. In the last two videos I promised I was going to review this bad boy. I love this knife. It is probably one of the most carried knives in my collection. I carry this thing all the time. If I don't have one of my autos on me or one of my other, quality, low cost, valuable knives, this is what's in my pocket most of the time. So let's go over the specs real quick. So size overall from tip to tip, basically. It is a whopping 9.375 inches. The blade is a full 4 inches long. That's ridiculous. Look at that thing. In my hand, here's the blade. I mean, it's massive. The handle itself is 5.375 inches. The blade thickness, I mean, it's a pretty thick blade. That's, what is it? 3.5 millimeters or 9/64, something like that. Let's see here. The steel, it is a Japanese AUS 8 steel, AUS 8A stainless steel to be exact. Cold Steel's favorite. It tends to be what they use in a bunch of their different blades. The blade shape, obvious. It is a Tonto half serrated. I like half serrated. I'm a tech dork at work. I build a lot of computers, so I'm always opening boxes. So having serrations to cut through cardboard and cut through those plastic things they wrap boxes in, it tends to be pretty useful for me. For you, maybe not. You may want the full, the straight edge only version. That's really personal preference. So speed, I mean, this is a pretty hefty blade. You gotta get that out there. It's not like a Spyderco or an assisted where you can kind of half it. You really gotta. Well, see, I even failed doing it there. There, you really got to get that wrist in there. And you can see I was a little ginger putting that back in when it half opened. I tried making this video once already, and yeah, SpongeBob to the rescue. I totally cut my finger open. It was gushing like a mofo. I might put a clip in at the end of my finger bleeding. We'll see. Lockup, this thing, look at the lockup on this. Just listen to it. Bam! That triad lock that Cold Steel has, this thing is ridiculous. If you ever watch any of the Cold Steel videos, you can see them hang like 300-400 pounds of weight off their things. In the Recon 1 video, there's actually a dude that does the monkey bars just on the handles of these things that they stabbed into wood. This thing locks up like a freaking monster. Basically, you have this, you pretty much have the equivalent of a fixed blade in your hand. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's absolutely no blade play, up or down, side to side, nothing. This thing locks up like a beast. Handle material, it is G10, straight G10. If you can see in there, no liners whatsoever. This is solid G10, no liners, no nothing. All the weight on this knife comes from the blade. I mean, that is a thick blade, like I said. 3.5 millimeters of straight AUS 8A stainless steel. That is monstrous. Ergonomics, I mean, this thing just fits in your hand perfect. I got big meat fingers. I mean, look at that thing. It just fits perfect in your hand. Like, there's no hot spots on this thing, Would be nice if there was some real jimping here. There really isn't. But honestly, the way your hand fits in there, and with just pushing a little push retention, you're not going anywhere. So it's not the end of the world. I have seen people put, you know, skateboard tape or, I don't know, random stuff there. I didn't see any need for it. Now, the only pet peeve I have with this knife and some of the cold steel knives is that it's a pretty tiny clip. I don't know. I'm not super fanatical about the pocket clips. I wish it was, you know, a little bit longer down here. This is a tip up carry only. It is right or left-handed. In the box, you get a clip for the left-handed if you're a lefty. So lefties, that's good too. But I don't know. I just wish this clip was a little bit straighter and a little bit longer. I don't know. It's just small. I do worry sometimes that it's going to pop out. So, let's talk about value. I mean, this is a great blade. What you're getting for what you're paying for is pretty astronomical. You're getting an insanely awesome knife for anywhere from about 55 to 70 bucks. I've seen it online for. I mean, 70 is kind of the high. 60, 65 is pretty normal. I think I got this one. I think I caught it on sale, and I think I paid with shipping around 60 bucks. So, if you're watching, you know, some of the major knife sites or Amazon, I think I got this on Amazon, to be honest with you. It's there. Durability, I have thumped this thing pretty sufficiently, and I haven't even scratched up the coating that they put on this thing. I mean, you can see in a few places there's some scratches, especially on the tip there. I've got some scratches in it from stabbing boxes. But, I mean, this thing is durable as all can be. I've had this thing for probably like a year and a half now, and it's done everything and more than I've needed. You know, cool factor, wow factor. I mean, you snap this bad boy out, I mean, people are like, oh damn. I mean, that is a hardcore knife. You're snapping out 4 inches of straight up cold steel, baby. I love the name of the company, by the way. So this is definitely on my recommended list. If you've got an extra 50, 60 bucks, get one of these. You will not be, you know, you won't be sorry. You know, the only thing, some people say, it's a little heavy. Yeah, it's 5.3 ounces. You know what? That's not anything really. I was in the military. I've humped hundreds of pounds worth of junk on my back. I'm not noticing 5 ounces, 3 ounces, 2 ounces. People make a big deal about weight. This is a big knife. If you're not a big knife guy, then this isn't the knife for you. But if you want a big knife, you want a man's knife, if you want a hardcore, awesome, kick-ass knife, then this is it. The Recon 1. You're going to do everything you need with this knife. You're going camping, and you don't want to have to carry multiple knives, but you want a folder as opposed to a fixed blade, then this is the knife for you. You know, if you want something lighter in your pocket, then maybe look at something else. But I'm telling you guys and gals, this knife is worth every penny that it is. You are going to get years of enjoyment out of this blade. You can thump on it all you want, and it's just awesome. So I'm giving it my stamp of approval. The Southern Republic says, hell yeah, get this blade. And as always, brothers, Semper Fi.